I can't keep up. I just can't keep up. I'm giving it everything I've got, and I'm just so tired. This year has been a whirlwind since January 2023. Now I'm recording this December 13th of 2023, and I just I just got to share that I can't keep up because I don't think most people realize how quickly things are changing, and I don't think many of you watching perhaps realize the speed, um, the speed at which things will probably only continue to change into the future. I get asked all the time, why are my DMs not open on Twitter? I get asked, why I don't give out my phone number. I get asked why I don't give out my email, why people can't contact me, why I'm not clearing out more bots in the YouTube comics section or deleting all my impersonating bots, scammers on Twitter or, elsewhere. I get asked why I don't post audio podcasts on platforms, or why I don't post on LinkedIn, or why I don't post here, or why I don't do that. And it's it's not annoying to me. It's just it's always funny because I don't think people realize how much effort it takes to do as many videos as I do or as anyone does, or podcasts or the Twitter threads or the articles, let alone editing multiple feature films like I'm doing right now, including hiring it out, including having assistants, including having a team. It's a lot of work. And I don't say that for pity. I say that to emphasize that I don't think even most of you watching this, most of the Bitcoiners watching this, understand how scarce time is going to become for Bitcoiners, including you. Okay. I'm in this weird, strange, fortunate position. I don't even really know how I got here, but I'm just in this position where I'll have 10 calls, a dozen calls a day, some of which for work, the Bitcoin advisor, helping them set up multi-sig vaults, other just general consulting calls, podcasts, getting things set up, side projects here, work there. It's a lot of work and it's constant. I'm on my computer basically all day, every day. Um, and even though I'm on my computer all day, every day, every night when I go to bed, like tonight, my emails, I can't keep up. I've got like 100, like literally, I have 107 emails that I have to either reply to tonight or get up early in the morning and get to it ideally before lunchtime. But the emails just keep coming in, the messages keep coming in, the comments, I just don't have time to keep up with anymore. And again, I'm not saying that to say, oh, I'm burdened by that. No, I love it. I enjoy it. It's a huge honor that so many people appreciate the work I'm doing and appreciate the message and the optimism of what I'm sharing. But I want to emphasize for you all watching is that if you want to talk to somebody in the Bitcoin space, like you should do it now because I just see the flood of requests and questions and people needing help and people needing urgent help. And it's real. It's very real. And it's only going to get more dramatic from here, I think, at least for another 18 months, maybe 2 years, maybe more than that, Then maybe we'll have another bear market, maybe another 2 years from now, but a lot's going to change in the next 2 or 3 years. So, if you want to do a Bitcoin project, do it now. If you want to talk to somebody in Bitcoin, do it now. If you want to buy Bitcoin, do it now. Don't wait, don't trade. Don't speculate on the hope that Bitcoin's going to go down in price. Don't speculate on the hope that my time is going to get more available or that any Bitcoiner's time is going to get more available, including you, right? I mean, like, even if you feel like you're not that important or you're not that big or nobody cares right now, it's like you're going to have so many family members reaching out to you. You're going to have so many friends reaching out to you. Okay, your church is going to reach out to you, the company you work for, maybe, if it's a small enough company, your coworkers. It's like everyone you've ever shouted Bitcoin from the rooftops to, they're going to be reaching out to you. in the bull market. Okay. And on a microcosm, you're going to be experiencing exactly what I'm experiencing. You'll have your calls, you'll help your friends, you'll do everything you can to help people, but at the end of the day, it's never going to be enough. And that's the feeling I have now, and for weeks now, it's the feeling I've had every day. No matter how many videos I make, it's still not enough. No matter how many clients I help them set up a multi-sig account at the Bitcoin Advisor to where they're actually taking self-custody of their own coins and keeping their Bitcoin secure for the future generation, it's not enough. All these consulting calls to do on the side, it's never enough. I never have enough time, and unfortunately, people get left on the sidelines, and I hate it. I don't get back to their message, or they want me on their podcast, or a young guy just starting out their podcast, and I just can't do it because I don't have the time, and they don't have the money to afford my hourly rate. And it's the bittersweet reality. That's the wonderful thing about people resonating with your message is that you can monetize it and more people love it and the numbers just keep growing and growing. But then the downside is that you got to say no to people. And so anyway, all the bots you see in my YouTube comments, people ask me why I don't get rid of them. I do. I do. I get rid of 90% of them. It's just the ones you see are the 10% that get through. People ask me why I don't get rid of my Twitter impersonators. I do. You're just seeing the ones I don't get rid of. Why don't you get back to my email? Why don't you do this or whatever? I try, I do my best. I, you know, but it's a lot and it's really starting to add up. And I have a bigger team hopefully in the future, but it's the irony that if I bring in a bigger team and more happens and this whole thing grows and the message resonates with more people, that means that there's only going to be even more people that need my help. And it's unfortunate because a lot of people out there, a lot of you perhaps watching, I know still have a long way to go, and that's okay. But do it now, just today, like t literally today. Multiple people I talk to have a lot of Bitcoin money in Fortress Trust, and they don't understand the risk with Fortress Trust. They don't understand that Ripple or XRP refused to buy Fortress. They don't understand the red flags there. People that still have coins on Coinbase, they're super hesitant to get it out, right? They'll schedule a meeting with me, we'll get halfway there, and then they just won't hear back from them for multiple weeks, for multiple months. And then they'll come to me yelling one day, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I put this off. I run it off now. And I'm like, you know, wait 2 days. That's max availability. And anyway, same thing with the videos. These videos, I've got an upload schedule, and typically I'm about like 2 months ahead of schedule. But people ask me, when this video is going to post or that one. It's like it's there, it's waiting, but I gotta pace myself to not do too much. And anyway, I don't know what I'm saying in all this, but I guess for perspective, like it's a lot of work, it's a lot of hours, it's a lot of angst. It's very rewarding. I'm not looking for pity. It is very rewarding. I do enjoy it. It does help people. It feels so good to help people get their coin stuff exchanges. It feels so good to help people set up their estate planning for their kids. And it feels so good to be a trusted person for people, helping them protect $50,000, $500, or $500,000 or more worth of their Bitcoin for themselves and their future generations. Like it's such a huge honor, but I'm just terrified. I am terrified of bull market when the views are skyrocketing, the video uploads are skyrocketing, the requests are skyrocketing, and my time just can't skyrocket. Maybe I can increase my efficiency by a factor of two from here, but 6 days a week from literally the moment I wake up to now being sitting in bed here about to crash. Um, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I know no matter how much I do, there's always going to be more that need help. And, I got asked this question today by someone else, so, the meetings I had today, bunch of different countries around the world, bunch of different net worth ranges, right? Some people with very, very little, some people with a lot. Once in a while, a person with a lot. But different networks, different backgrounds, different experiences, different understandings of the risks. A lot with self-custody, I understand what they're doing, and a lot with still on exchanges that don't realize the risk they're in. A lot still in altcoins, so huge variety. But someone asked me today, like, Luke, why are you talking to me? Like, I don't need your help. And I told him, like, because you requested me, you know? I was like, You're right, you don't need my help. But in 12 months, we may not be able to talk like this anymore, right? I may not, we were just shooting the breeze and I was helping him understand some things with his signing devices. And, I mean, he was paying me for my time, paying me a good rate for my time. But even then, he was still asking me, why are you doing this for me? And I was like, because in 12 months, it's going to be companies and all high net worth individuals and churches. And like, those are the groups that are coming and they're going to suck up my time. And no, very few individual people will be willing to pay to talk to me in the peak bull market. And that's not a egotistical thing. It's just true. It's going to be the same with every other prominent Bitcoiner. They're all just going to get sucked up in those 6, 8, 9 months of bull hysteria. Transaction fees will skyrocket. Bitcoin price will skyrocket. And time will just be gutted for all these Bitcoiners. And I guess I'm just sharing that message with you all out there is that number one, if you've not gotten your stuff off exchanges, you've heard me shout out Bitcoin Advisor again and again and again. Please do it. Take it seriously. Multi-sig is a really big deal. Multi-sig is an early adoption. Companies are going to demand it. High net worth individuals are going to demand it. If you want self-custody and multi-sig as a diversification for your custody, I highly recommend it. That is going to be a really big deal. You're probably going to want it, even if just for a portion of your sats, you're probably going to want it. And the time to set it up is probably now. Obviously, I shill that all the time and I talk about it, but it's because it's true. It's the same thing with Bitcoin, right? It's like get off zero with Bitcoin. If you want a multi-sig, get it now. And if also even beyond that, another reason I'm making this video is prepare yourself because your family and your friends and your coworkers and your network are going to come banging on the door wanting to talk to you about Bitcoin. And you have to prepare yourself to make sure you've got your custody down so that you're not a target and so that you have peace of mind, so your family has peace of mind, so that when all these people come to you asking, how do I buy Bitcoin? How do I get off zero? You can help them and direct them in the best direction to go. Okay. Do you know what channels you're going to direct them to? Do you know what podcasts you're going to direct them to? Do you have basic things, ability to help them? Can you monetize it? Maybe have it, use it as a side income, right? Because I mean, ultimately, that's my fear. And that's what terrifies me. It's just that people are going to need me. They're going to need you. They're going to need every single one of us watching this video. And none of us are going to have the time to help them. Unfortunately, that's the reality. And so that's my reminder and challenge for you that, you know, get everything you got. People tell me to take a break, and I'm like, I can't help but not take a break. Because if I take a break now, I slow that exponential curve, and that's less people I get to help. you know. That also means less money I'll get to make, and it also means, less momentum. Obviously, my incentives are aligned with everyone else's incentives, but it's true for you too, right? I mean, you know, like, the young man fighting in the trench in World War One, he didn't have an option of what to do, right? I mean, the person that is recovering from cancer, they don't have an option what to do, right? So you get up every day, you pick yourself up and you push forward, right? And for me, I just happen to be here that people appreciate my work. They happen to trust me. They happen to think that I know what I'm talking about. And I'd like to think that I do know what I'm talking about. And I'd like to think that I am trustworthy. But as for whatever reason I'm here, there's not a lot of people in Bitcoin my age with my experience level, with my ability to communicate that are also Christians, that also are putting out as much as I am, as frequently as I am, and et cetera. I just think about it and I just extrapolate out and I'm like, my goodness, um, I'm gonna have no time. I'm gonna have very little life outside of Bitcoin for at least a while. And I'm okay with that. I've got lots of friends in the space. It is a lot of fun. I am really tired right now, but um, it is so energizing throughout the day. Even now recording this, just thinking about all the coins I helped protect today, all the people I helped today, all those families, all the, um, one company, well, emails for a church. But yeah, it's just amazing that impact, you know. And ultimately, it's not about me. It's not about you. You know, I don't care. I don't do it for the views. I don't do it for the clicks. People say I do. I kind of do. I mean, the clickbait is there, to monetize it so that I can survive and eat, but also, to get more people to hear the message. But, I was doing this before it got clicks for a long time before it got clicks, well, longer before most people realize. And I'll be here even if the clicks and the eyeballs and the fans went away, So, but that's not how it's going to happen. There's only going to be more eyeballs, more fans, more demand. And they'll be willing to pay me for a higher and higher hourly rate. They'll be booking out longer and longer wait times for me. And I'm not saying that for pity. I'm not saying it for ego. I'm saying it because it's true. And it's going to be the same true for you, right? You're going to get so busy. You're not going to know what to do yourself. And people are going to be willing to pay you for your time. And you're going to be amazed by that. And you're going to look back and you're going to look at this video and be like, holy cow, Luke is right. I should have bought more Bitcoin. I should have prepared myself better. I should have gotten a multi-sig. I should have done everything I could have possibly done to prepare myself and my family and my community for rapid Bitcoin adoption. Because, like it or not, that's human psychology goes. We ignore, ignore, ignore until everyone freaks out. And probably that's how it's going to happen with Bitcoin. When it hits $70,000 US, $80,000 US, people are going to freak out. And so that's my question. Are you ready? Are you ready for what's coming? Are you sure?